Look at that sun. It is a Sunday, October 26th, and I am finishing it out this afternoon by going visiting Bianca at work because she's got about an hour left. To be fair, I also dropped her off at work, so I kind of have to, pick her up. But nonetheless, go and hang out for the last hour of her shift and then finish out my day. Had a really productive day in my mind of getting a bunch of videos made. She's going to watch a couple of the last two videos and a little mini series I made for her prior to our engagement. I'm just feeling good. Let's keep it rolling. Hello, hello. Yes, we bring groceries. I'm putting two pizzas in the oven. Yeah. And moving right along to Monday morning, the 27th, I am here in a familiar spot at work, waiting to go in and start my day on site. And that pizza last night was, it's exactly what we needed, for sure. This week, we have a lot of plans. I mean, combined, we have a lot of plans. And it all starts tonight. A couple of our friends that we haven't seen in a little while. One friend that I haven't seen in a very long time. We're all going to meet up at a sushi spot nearby our house and just get dinner and hang out. The rest of this week will be dotted with other little plans with other people, which is exactly the kind of thing that I wanted to be doing, which means next week, after Halloween, will probably be a more mellow week, so we can compensate and recharge our social batteries and all. I've got my lunch that Bianca so kindly packed me once again. Did a little pre-check of Teams and my email and stuff like that to make sure nothing was totally on fire, which usually there isn't nowadays, which is really nice. So we're off to a good start. It's pretty dark. Next Sunday is when we fall back on the daylight savings time. Daylight savings time ends. So the winter time is coming. It's almost here, and I'm very excited. Oh, you want to pay for it?
No.
Yeah, right.
I know.
What are they gonna do? Just put some like putty and I put a pin on it? Maybe.
Sunshine. And we start this Tuesday. It's a work from home day. Made myself a little pot of coffee to get started. Because Lord knows it's 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast. But the East Coast is awake. And that's like more than half my job now. It is 8:13 on what is today, good? Tuesday evening. And Bianca's out right now. She may or may not be on her way home shortly. But she's out with a couple of her friends, catching up and having good times. And I am just relaxing at home, probably the least stressed that I've been in a while. And it's funny because I just put together the video that you'll have seen last Wednesday, which is technically tomorrow in reality for me. And in that video, I say something about like the holidays are approaching and I'm not in like the financial position that I wish I was. Well, friends, things have happened. Things have happened in a good sense. The first thing is the organization that I was working for before I joined the company I work for now, which is still the organization that I do IT for on site. They handed me my profit sharing profits. So that's like a huge bonus to that I just wasn't expecting like at all. And then in addition to that, my manager, my current job, there were a lot of unknowns with my current job, my current position. And he literally hit me up like within an hour at the end of the day. Was like, "Hey, can we like chat for a bit?" I was like, "Sure." And he answered all of them. Like every question that I had, minus one, but that one's okay. He answered all of them. And not only that, I didn't get I think I also mentioned previously that I took an assessment to get a higher position at my work. And unfortunately, I didn't pass that. So I got assessed, but I didn't qualify for the job. But they're gonna send me some feedback on like what I can improve for next time because I can get interviewed again for it at any point. But despite that, I still got a promotion and raise. It's kind of not, I don't know. The title itself is technically a promotion, and then the raise is obviously part of that too. But it's funny because the title still matches like what I do as a technician. So I think if they were to move me up any further, they have to figure out what role that would be. But he just gave me a bunch of good feedback, a bunch of, good news, and we had some discussion about some of the things that I've had issues with or, had trouble understanding and, just the struggles of being a part of an organization. But yeah, a whole bunch of good news where I can now say that I am very much in a better position financially to just, I keep saying to Bianca, annihilate our families for Christmas. Because funny story, last year was my first Christmas with Bianca, and we went to her house, and I wasn't expecting anything, right? Like I was like a couple months into us dating, very fortunate to be asked to come over and hang out for Christmas. And her family just got me a whole bunch of stuff, and I felt so bad because I was like, I didn't expect to get anything. I'm brand new, and I don't know. It was an overwhelming amount of generosity, and so I kept saying to her, I'm like, next year, dude, next year, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. And lo and behold, here I am, not expecting to be in the position that I am. I'm not like rich now or anything, but definitely the things I was worried about, not worried about anymore financially. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I did some calculations so that we can figure out like what kind of numbers we're working with once Bianca does get into a graduate program. So when she does get home, I'll be able to share that with her. And I don't know. It's just I don't know what I did to. That's not true, actually. I take that back immediately. As far as like Bianca and getting engaged and the life that I have, I don't know what I did. I just got very lucky to have the bartender crush that I had come and sit next to me one day and then accept my phone number and then date me a couple times and continue to date me. And then we ended up here. But then the financial stuff, honestly, I've worked really hard. I've worked really hard. The numbers reflect that. My performance reflects it. I'm not going to sit here and say like that I'm ungrateful and that it should have come sooner or anything, even though I slightly feel that way. But the fact is, it came. And everything that my boss and my lead told me about how they were supporting me behind the scenes was true. And that's a really good feeling. So anywho, this turned into a really long thing, but just an update on that front. I'm going to wait for Bianca to get home, share the numbers with her, and carry on with the rest of my week, because it's only Tuesday. Holy smokes. Moving right along to Wednesday morning. Let's get it. Hi, baby. Hi, Casey. Hi. Hey. Hello. Well, the rest of this Wednesday turned out to be quite uneventful. Got myself some bao buns for dinner because Bianca is out with one of our friends, Will, getting ice cream in Newport, and hopefully more food than that because we didn't really eat dinner before she headed out, hence the bao buns. But tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, there are things going on here and there, and I feel like I've gotten out of practice of like just bringing it up when I'm out to ask people like, hey, are you okay with me like filming and recording? And then that immediately like makes it way easier to just like pick up my phone and record whatever's happening. So like you didn't see it, but on Monday night we hung out with a couple of our friends and I didn't record any of it because I was just like, partially because I was being present and like being with my friends, but also because I didn't really, prompt them that I would be recording. Anyway, whatever. An uneventful rest of the Wednesday, but we move on to a Thursday and the rest of the weekend. It should be more eventful than that. Stay tuned. All right, we made it to Thursday morning. I am at work, and it's wild for it to just barely be 7 a.m. and to be annoyed. So I'm going to choose not to be. I'm going to find my happy place, which is actually sleeping in bed at home, probably. Actually sitting on the patio or the balcony and watching the sunrise. Get myself some coffee and get to it. Oh, I didn't do it. Spent that whole time with our friends, and I didn't record any of it.
How do you feel about that?
Well, considering today and or yesterday, I said that I just needed to like prompt it with them in order to just like do it, and then I didn't anyway. Doesn't feel great, but whatever. I had fun.
Live in the moment.
I did. That's all that matters. Whoa. 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 Wow.
You can't see it, but I too am covered in coconut milk.
Worth it. Happy birthday, Ray. My job for tonight is acquire food, which is right over there. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and we just had a lovely breakfast. Bacon, eggs, toast, just the works. And Bianca made a couple little Nespresso pod coffees for us to try out. There's a pistachio one, and there's one that's just like the darkest espresso I've ever had. But we're moving along, getting our day started. Today we're gonna go over to her parents' house to celebrate her dad's birthday, which is gonna be next week, but we want to do it on the weekend so we have time to hang out and celebrate. Before that, laundry to do. We're going to go over to the Nespresso store to pick up a couple of packs of pods for him, and then also stop by a coffee shop that's in our Orange County Cafe Passport, which happens to be like right next to her parents' house. And so the morning is laid out for us, the day's laid out for us. Bianca works in the afternoon, but it's going to be a good morning. Happy Saturday.
Well, okay, we're gonna blow.
We can tell. 1, 2, 3.
Cute.
Oh wait, hold on.
Good morning, Persephone. And good morning to you. It is Sunday morning. I don't know the date. November 2nd. And since it is now past Halloween time, it's now officially Christmas time. So Bianca is excited to figure out where we want to put the Christmas tree up and also go and get some more Christmassy type stuff. Just a couple of things, you know, to make a little theme in the house for the holiday Christmas time. Spent another night closing down the bar last night with Bianca while she was working. Did not expect to be doing that, but that's just the way it worked out. The World Series game went extra innings. It was an insane game, and then the actual event that I went for to go see, that got pushed back later. So ended up staying the whole time, and luckily didn't really drink very much. I drank more water than anything else. So overall, good time. Today, we're gonna go out and probably go get some breakfast somewhere, and then go a little bit of Christmas decor shopping. If that doesn't end up in this video, I hope you guys have been enjoying your Halloween season and probably moving into the Thanksgiving, Christmas season into winter. Hope you like that you got an hour back of your sleep, because that's a big deal to a lot of people as well. And it's nice to actually stay consistent again and get another video uploaded the week after. I love seeing everything that everyone's doing, you know, on Instagram, on YouTube, other places on the interwebs that I have you on. And I look forward to much, much more. But happy Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. I'll see you in the next one.